So this is part 1 of 4 of how to set up and get ready for glacier travel. In this one, we're going to be talking about our harness and what goes on it. I'm wearing a lightweight mountaineering harness. It's great because it doesn't take up a whole lot of space in my backpack, but it doesn't really have any padding. I wouldn't want to hang in it or be lowered if I were, say, sport climbing. Now let's talk about what goes on our harness. So we have 3 locking carabiners, at least one of which is a big pear-shaped carabiner. We have 5 non-locking carabiners. We have a pulley, a tube-style belay device, and 3 pieces of cord. 2 long, I'll show you how to wrap this one up in a moment, and 1 short. So the purpose for all of these, 2 of our locking carabiners are going to become used for tying in. That will be in part 3 of the series. For now, I'm going to put those on my belay loop. That one other big locking carabiner, that's for making an anchor in case of a crevasse rescue, so I'm going to put that on a gear loop. The pulley and the belay device are in case of crevasse rescue or in case of needing to rappel off something. So I'm going to put them on carabiners and hook them on a gear loop as well. 2 spare non-lockers, they're just going to go on a gear loop. And with my last non-locking carabiner, I'm going to put my cord on it. So for my short piece of cord, I've got it tied in a double fisherman's. This is the right length for me to use as a prusik for a backup for rappelling, or an auto block for a backup for a rappel. So I'm just going to kind of fold it over on itself a few times and then twist it up and clip the carabiner through all that. Now this piece of cord here, a nice way to package everything up is to take both ends of the piece of cord and hold them in your hand like so. Now I'm going to wrap the rest of the cord around my hand, but I'm not going to just do this because it'll twist it, so I'm going to be pretty careful about this. I don't like getting twists in things. I'm actually just going to sort of flop it over my hand a number of times until about there. Take the whole thing off and ball it up still with this little bit dangling down. Now I'm going to wrap it on it backwards on itself. If you've watched my video on how to do a butterfly coil, this will be similar. I'm going towards the middle here. This is going to create a loop. As I get up near the top, I'm going to stuff all of it through all the loops in there that I made around my hand earlier. And now it's got this nice little eye on there that we can clip onto the carabiner. And then that can go on a gear loop as well. Now a couple things, I do have 2 more locking carabiners sitting here on my table. That's because I like to keep my belay device on a dedicated locking carabiner and my pulley on a dedicated locking carabiner. So I carry a few extra lockers in place of non-lockers. That's fine. You can always replace non-locking carabiners with locking carabiners. You cannot always replace locking carabiners with non-locking carabiners. So there we have it. My harness is set up. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up the rope. Part 3 will tie into that rope, and part 4 will finish off with a mountaineer's coil. Thank you very much.